Alright, so this is gonna be my very first YouTube video, and it's sad to say that this is gonna be my first YouTube video. But the first one, I'm about to expose this nigga Young Pharaoh. Just like all these niggas be calling them scammers and shit. This nigga really is a fucking scammer, and he's a fucking bitch. Alright, so yeah, we about to expose this nigga. So as people would know, Young Pharaoh had a DC event or tour or whatever, and it was a combined tour with the 1776 Freedom People or whatever, and then his own shit, and they all combined to create one movement or whatever. So he has 3 events, which was the fucking meet and greet, the party bus on that same day, the Washington Monument on Saturday, the walk, and then the third day he had the PowerPoint presentation. You had to DM him to get on the party bus, and then DM him for the PowerPoint presentation. So this is what happens. I'm about to tell you how I'm gonna break this whole story. I gotta let y'all know the basis of the story, so I can explain how he's a scammer with the receipts after. So pay attention and stay tuned. This is real exposure right here. This nigga. All right, so this is what we gotta do. So the meet and greet happens, and after the shit happens or whatever, I meet him or whatever. I let him know my thoughts on shit. I ask him questions on shit and let him know my ideas for what we could do to change the world. He took it, whatever. Then so people come up and then they address him about the everybody's asking him about the presentation. He says this, for everybody who wanted to know about the PowerPoint presentation, because of COVID, I don't know if everybody can get in, but I'm going to drop the location of where it's going to be at, and it's first come, first served. That's how he addressed that. So then he had, then everybody was talking about after party events or whatever. They was like, yo, let's have an after party, let's do this. So this dude comes out, and he's like, yo, Pharaoh, I got a place that everybody can go to, so we can continue this meeting and shit after on Saturday. Remember everything, right? The nigga says, all you gotta do is buy food and drinks. This is what the nigga's telling Young Pharaoh. I'm right beside all these niggas. I'm like in between these niggas when they talking. So then boom, he tells him that, and then that's when Young Pharaoh's like, all right, everybody, if you wanna meet me after on the after party, everybody DM him and get the location for where it's gonna be at. Boom. So then, as that's happening, he has 2 people pull up, and then they come out the cut, and the niggas like, yo, Young Pharaoh, these your biggest fans. It's 2 bitches. They pull up. They looking like, you know, type how I would say it without disrespecting. They look like, you know, two groupies. That's how I'm gonna say it. So they pull up, whatever. The meet and greet ends. So I'm talking with people. I end up staying in DC or whatever with the people I meet, and then we talking about making the moves for the after party and all this and that. Boom. Wherever Pharaoh goes, he goes to the party bus. Next day happens. We do the walk, and we get in the field, and then they all have their discussions or whatever on the stage or whatever with Cordy. Then they introduce Joy, all these doctors, and then you had Young Pharaoh talking. And then after that, this is what happens. After everybody was done talking, the bitch Joy promoted a party in Virginia, and she handed out flyers to everybody talking about text this number and then pick up your tickets. Just remember this fact, because I got the posters and I got all the facts. So I'm gonna put it all while I'm saying all this. So that happens, right? And then that's when she promotes that party. Then Young Pharaoh is like, for everybody wanting to know about all these parties, we gonna pull up to both and support both parties. This is what he said out his own mouth, word for word. I swear to God, I put this shit on my higher self, nigga. This is what he said. He said we gonna pull up to their party to show support. Then we gonna go to the fucking Martinis or whatever, and then turn up there for whatever we gotta do. All right. So that night comes, because the first party, remind you, is at, what is it, 6:30? All right. So I end up linking with a couple people there that I meet, and we all head out to the party, right? So we go to the first party, and we didn't even know we had to pay because, remind you, we didn't have the flyers. We get there at like 7 o'clock. Nobody's there. Nobody is at that first party. Remind you, the bitch was handing out the flyers with the number to get a ticket. You had to text the number, and then you go, and then you pay, and then I guess you'll get a ticket or whatever. We didn't do that. So we pulled up, nobody was there. The people that took us to the party was a couple, and then they missed the part. They talking about the whole experience of how they missed all the events. They missed the party bus, and they paid Young Pharaoh $20 to get on the party bus. He didn't even end up giving them the money back. He told them they can go to the lecture. Because I got to bring in all in the facts, because these is people who I can come out and hit up, and they'll tell you the same shit. So we go to the first party, nobody's there. So we like, damn, what the fuck? So then we hit up the one nigga that was talking about the martini shit. We say, yo, what happened to the first party? He said they changed locations. So we go to the second location in Virginia. Remind you, we in D.C. We go draw all the way to Virginia. Nobody at the first party. We go to the second location. Nobody's there. We like, what the fuck? What's happening? This shit weird. Mind you, this is the same address on the flyer. Nobody's here, bro. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just sitting here taking in all this shit. Like, what the fuck? This don't seem right. So then we go to Martini's, cause we like, fuck it. These niggas missed the event. We gonna at least get them to this party. Everybody turn up and meet this nigga Young Pharaoh. So we get to the Martini's 9 o'clock, early as fuck. Remind you, the Martini's event start at 10 and it ends at 3:30. So we get there. And we waiting for hours. We end up seeing the nigga that was promoting that told Young Pharaoh, everybody come here, you only gotta buy food and drinks. We see him, we all come out. Then he's like, how we get in or whatever. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bouncer so he could talk to y'all about all this. So the bouncer comes to us. Remind you, we the first people here because we came here at 9. Remember all this. Y'all gotta remember all this when I'm breaking down this story, because the facts is about to come into play. This is where I caught they ass right here in the lie. It was me single-handedly who caught they ass before they tried to get us to do this. The bouncer comes and he's like this. He telling us about what we gotta do and all this and that. And then he sees us, we out in the cold. He's like, all right, I'm gonna hurry up and we gonna try to get y'all in, because I see that this queen is cold, the girl that I was with for the Airbnb. So he goes, he addresses the situation at the door. He comes back and he lets us know this. Guess what he says? To get in, we had to pay $20 for females, $40 for males. Instantly, I was like, what the fuck? Hell no, nigga. This nigga said we can come in for food and drinks. Just buy the food and drinks and we can meet this nigga, right? So we like, what the fuck? Nah, this don't seem right. They trying to hurry up. The bouncer trying to hurry up, and I'm like, nah, this don't seem right. This nigga said we can get in for free food drinks. Then he's explaining how Young Pharaoh's a rapper, and how we had to charge extra for rappers at the venue. So I'm like, nah, that don't seem right. That ain't right. They taxing my nigga, and I ain't had that much money anyway. So I go on their reviews, and when you go on their reviews, they got 3-star reviews. And when you look at the first shit, niggas talking about this shit is poor management. Niggas don't even got the business license to own the shit or whatever. This nigga talking about it's only $20 to get in. So I'm like, oh nah, these niggas just try to get over us on a scam. Remind you, Young Pharaoh told everybody to hit that nigga up to go to the shit. And he was hosting the event for this nigga. That's what he says. I'm about to show you all the facts. I'm gonna put all the screenshots in this bitch. So I'm like, yo, nah, this nigga just try to get over on us. Nah, these niggas is trying to play us, bro. I'm not falling for this shit. So I'm like, nah, we gonna wait till everybody gets here, and then we gonna come out to see if they charge them the same prices. So we waiting here, and then this is where I caught this nigga Young Pharaoh in the scam. This nigga is in a private group chat with females, right? This is for the party bus. So whole time he has a whole female group chat with females on the party bus talking about everything that they about to do for the whole DC event. Come to find out, the girl that I'm with is and she has a man that drove us to the Martinis. She's in a group chat with Young Pharaoh, and she's addressing the situation to Young Pharaoh. He says, They asked, some girl in the group chat says it's $20 for the event, $10 for something else. So I'm like, whoa, why is prices different from everybody's perspective? What the fuck is niggas talking about? So she says, she addresses Young Pharaoh. She's like, yo, Young Pharaoh, why ain't nobody here? Why ain't nobody here? Whatever. Da 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 da. This nigga says, he tells everybody in that female group chat, he says this: I'm not showing up because these niggas is talking about the capacity for the party, and then the prices is not right. So he posted that in that group chat. He only tells that group chat, bruh. He did, bruh, and it's crazy because he only texted that in that fucking group chat to them females. Remind you, we sitting here waiting this whole time for this nigga to come. He addresses this shit. We here for like an hour and 30 minutes now. Remind you, it started at 10. It's like 10:37 when he posted. He says, I'm not showing up because this nigga says that at 10:37. So I'm like, yo, why the fuck did he ain't address this publicly on his Instagram to let everybody know? That don't seem right. He should let everybody know on the Instagram so there ain't no confusion, or he should at least pull up to the venue and address to everybody that this he ain't coming. He didn't do that at all. He did not do that shit at all, my nigga. He didn't post it on his Instagram story to let people know he was not showing up. He didn't even let people know that the bouncer was trying to scam people, because I told the girl to address Young Pharaoh like, yo, this nigga just tried to scam us for our fucking bread. He only let those girls in that group chat know that he's not showing up to the venue. So I'm like, no, bro, this nigga's scamming. He just tried to get us for our fucking bread. These niggas is all in cahoots, and they set this whole shit up to get everybody's money for whatever the fuck their purpose was. Even the bitch Joy who promoted the Virginia party was trying to get niggas get niggas money too, because you had to pay before you got to the shit and nobody was there. And remind you, Young Pharaoh's supposed to be at that first one to let people know that he's there. He didn't address this at all on his Instagram page at all, and everybody who was there could vouch for me, nigga. This is not no lie. I don't lie on nobody's name, bro. This nigga just tried to scam everybody for their fucking bread. And I'm about to tell you why the fuck he tried to, what he's doing, why he's say he was supposed to come to this event before, and he ain't even address it. Come to find out, this nigga's in the group chat talking about some, I'm not showing up no more. But then when you see under that message, you'll see a girl talking about, thank you for the meal, Pharaoh, da 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 da. We should set up another one. So this nigga is with bitches setting up plans, and he's at their cribs playing adult games and all this shit. Y'all about to see this shit on the fucking screenshots, my nigga. I swear to God, this nigga, this is where I caught this nigga. So we see that he's not even pulling up to the event, and then he don't address it on his live to all the people that's gonna pop up. We sitting here till 11 or whatever. Nobody pops. Nobody even pops up. It's only us. Like it's only like I guess 3 niggas that pulled up, besides the 6 people that was there. So I guess it was like 9 people in total, and we waiting there for a long time, waiting for this nigga to pull up at all and to address it. He never pulls up. So these niggas try to rush us in to steal our money. Whole time this nigga Young Pharaoh wasn't gonna pull up, and the only reason why he addressed the situation to that group chat is because I called him in the live when the nigga tried to scam us for the bread that he told us to DM on the meet and greet. So I'm like, nah, this nigga's a scammer. So now we seeing what he's doing in the group chat. When you look in the group chat, he's with females, and he's at their cribs talking about playing adult games and shit, and smoking them up and trying to get drunk and all this shit, my nigga. So this nigga's he's basically slutting these females out and doing all this shit for the females, and he's not even pulling them to the event. At the same time, he's getting niggas money while he's with the females doing whatever the fuck he's doing. So I'm like, oh, nah, bro. This nigga is a liar, bro. If he's really righteous like his real character say, he will expose this bitch-ass nigga that try to promote this shit and take our money like he talk about in his videos, talking about, I don't like nobody scamming our people. I'm gonna expose everybody who's scamming our people. Nigga, why the fuck do you ain't expose the nigga that was trying to steal our bread at the martinis? Why ain't you come in and expose his ass and post on your Instagram story, nobody pop up, that this nigga's trying to get y'all money? He's a fraud. He didn't address none of the situations that fucking day at all on that night. And he ain't addressed the first situation with the party with Joy, because remind you that he's telling everybody he's gonna go to these events. So that means he should be here first. He wasn't at the event at all first. It was only the niggas that was promoting it, and then the first party, nobody was there. What the fuck, my nigga? You lying, and you in cahoots with the fraud scheme that's about to take place. And we caught him, so he had to address it. So as he's doing all this and he's addressing the situation, this nigga is with bitches, about to get high, about to get drunk, and play party games. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever, bro. This shit is crazy. This nigga just tried to get over on us. So I said, fuck it. This shit's in my mind, bro. I'm gonna address it. We gonna address this nigga at the lecture. So next day happens, and I meet with the people. We all talking about, damn, this nigga is really not who he say he is. He's really a fraudulent ass nigga using the black woman as God to get these bitches drawn in. So when he goes to do these party bus situations, he got all these females and shit. Remind you, on the party bus, he tells the females, we gotta all lap up. Does look like it's gonna be a tight fit. You gonna see all these messages, bro. Watch. So I'm like, damn, my nigga, this nigga is really a womanizer, bro. He just using this black woman as God to draw these bitches in, attract them with the knowledge, just so he can get them on the party bus and do what he gotta do. So now the next day comes, and we addressing the situation. And I'm like, damn, bro, this nigga really, like, he's really not who he say he is. Like, this really hurt me, my nigga. So I'm like, damn. This nigga's a liar. I caught this nigga in his own lie. Like, he thought he was slick. No, nigga, you not slick. Nigga, there's other people that could peep shit too, nigga. But, yeah. So we addressing this situation. I'm like, damn, we talking about all this shit. Like, when we get to this PowerPoint shit, we gonna address the situations, and we can hear from his standpoint of what he got to say. So the day is going by. Remind you, the presentation's at 4 p.m. Or, yeah, it's at 4 p.m. on Sunday. So it's like, what is it, like, it's almost like 2 o'clock when I meet up with the people that we with to go to the presentation. We just chilling and talking about the whole shit. So I look on his story, whatever. I'm like, damn, some bitch post something about Young Pharaoh. I go on her shit, and then I'm like, she's promoting shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga Young Pharaoh's a scammer, da-da-da-da-da. She's like, what? What you mean? I say, yo, this nigga is a scammer. He just try to steal everybody's bread, and he a womanizer. He's hosting all these events just so he can scam people, take their money, and then do what he got to do with his own hidden agenda with the females. She's like, I don't believe that. You don't got no proof. You don't got no pics or nothing. So I started sending her pics of me with the nigga. When I took the pictures with him, I saw hard evidence facts. I was explaining the situation, and she's like, I know Pharaoh in person. I'ma let him know, or I'ma address the situation. I said, nah. She's like, I don't know what you mean. She said, call me or whatever. I'm gonna give you a call. So I end up giving her my phone number, and then she calls me from an unknown number, and then we talking about how this nigga Young Pharaoh just tried to scam us for the bread or whatever. And we talking, she said, I don't think he would do that. I said, nah, you not here to see what happened. This nigga he told everybody to go to these events, and then he never showed up to either event nor addressed the situations on his Instagram story to let people know that these niggas just try to scam us for the bread. So she's telling me that he won't do that, he ain't doing that. I'm telling her, like, nah, bro, he talking about all this righteous shit. Why ain't he addressing nobody on his Instagram to let him know that these niggas trying to finesse us for our bread or whatever. She said, he don't know this. I'm gonna let him know what you telling him, and I'm gonna hit you back after what he says. So after that happens, 10 minutes after we get off the phone or whatever, she says, I'm gonna give you a call back and let you know what he says. So she gives me a call back, and he says he didn't know that happened with the whole shit, and he gonna address this situation. So I said alright, whatever. And then we still talking. She said she was trying to get me to let me, how many people was at the event on the martinis. So she's trying to get us to give the exact details. Whole time it was only 9 people. So all of us that's around, we on speakerphone, they hearing her talk. They like, don't tell her the real number, don't tell her the real number. So we end up saying 20 to 15. Keep these numbers in mind, because y'all gotta keep all this facts when I show you these screenshots. So then after like 10 minutes, I get off the phone and she said, I'm gonna let him know. He then ends up 10 minutes after that posts on his story, don't invite me. He says, for whom it may concern, don't invite me to events or false pretenses, because it's gonna fuck up my brand name, da 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 da. And he addressed it on this shit on that Sunday. He didn't address this on Saturday. He addressed it on Sunday when he's getting ready to like bounce off, and he only did because I was on the phone with a bitch that was supposedly cool with him in person, but whole time this bitch don't even know who he is, and she only met him once, and she only talks to him through the Instagram, so she's another groupie that be on his dick, and that just falls for the same bullshit that he be doing. So I'm like, oh nah, bruh, nah. Then so he trying to do this shit so he can cover up his fucking tracks because he knows I'm about to expose this nigga. So that happens, and then we ended up leaving or whatever. I ended up blocking this bitch because I see her deleting her messages from the shit, as you're going to see on these screenshots. She's deleting her messages so she can cover up her tracks, and she called me from a fucking unknown number because she don't want me to expose her ass. So boom, that happens, and then I say fuck it. I feel like this nigga's trying to set niggas up and shit. I'm out here paranoid and shit now because I'm like, yo, because I remember niggas saying he's an agent and all this shit. I'm like, yo, why the fuck is this nigga doing all this shit? This don't seem right. Like, this don't feel right. Like, why the fuck he got people out here doing the runarounds and shit? Like, oh, nah, I don't trust this nigga at all. I said, fuck it, I'm not going to no presentation, nigga. So the couple ends up going to the presentation. He ends up addressing the shit at the presentation, as you see in this recent video that he posted at like 42 minutes and like 14 seconds or whatever, or 44 minutes and 12 seconds. One of the two. He ends up saying about the martini situation. Whoever the entity that was talking about the situation was presenting the shit, and then like basically told the same shit. He basically said the same shit he said in the group chat, that he was invited on false pretenses and that he was trying to get people for their bread, and he addressed it at that presentation only on that day when I called the bitch and she relayed the message to him. So he only addressed it because I called him. He only did, and he said the exact number of people, and he said that he called whoever was there and told them to tell everybody that he wasn't coming. That is a lie, because I was there for almost an hour and nobody even showed up to even say that shit, nigga. You's a fucking liar. Why is you lying, bro? Stop trying to lie, my nigga. You's a cynical liar, and you're doing shit for your own needs. And if anybody wants to add him in here to address this shit, more than likely get his ass in here, because nigga, you not about to get past this lie, nigga. You's a fraud and you's a scammer, and you not righteous, my nigga. Because if you was righteous, you would have came to both of the parties and you would have addressed the situation, or let people know through your Instagram that same day through the confusion, to let them know that these people was trying to scam us, nigga. That means you was in cahoots and you was part of the scam, nigga. Don't try to lie, nigga, because I know deep down in your soul you know you wrong and you caught, nigga. And the ancestors is on your ass and they watching you too, and the truth is gonna come to the light, nigga. So as of that, he addresses this shit at the meet. He only addresses the martini party. He don't even address the first party that he told everybody to go to promote, and he was supposed to be there too before everybody, to let him know what was gonna happen. So he's a liar. He's a liar, and I caught him. And boom. So now I'm about to get deeper into this whole story. I'm gonna add this part in too. This is where it gets started. I'm gonna back. This is me backtracking. We know we got caught in a fraud. We know he got caught in a scam. Now we're gonna talk about what's gonna be in these screenshots. Now what's gonna be in these screenshots is him on the party bus, him talking about the bitches lapping up and buying weed and all this shit. Remind you, he say he don't smoke or none of that. I know he drink wine or whatever, but he didn't say he was drinking the hard liquor and the shit, whatever. But he said he's buying ounces and shit for the bitches. We gonna play all these adult games and all this shit. And he's talking about staying at bitch's crib on that Saturday that he was supposed to be at that Martini's, my nigga. So he's dubbing it the Martini shit to hang with some bitches, probably to fuck them. We don't know. We don't know. I ain't gonna lie, we don't know what the fuck happened, because he ain't record the event on the party bus like you seen in the video that he addressed it. He said, I ain't get the event on the party bus because of whatever he said. He basically said he couldn't get it, but we know why he couldn't get it, because there was just straight only him and his bodyguard on there, and he kicked whoever the nigga was off the bus, because the nigga who was on the bus was like, I ain't vibing with your music, and this nigga Young Pharaoh called him a faggot and told him to get off the bus, as the girl that was in the group chat told me. She told me this. That the girl that was in the group chat told me this. Now this is where it's about to get crazy. Remember, the couple that I'm with, this was the ones that took us to the Martinis. His girlfriend wasn't the one that was in the group chat. Now, this is where I caught Young Pharaoh being a womanizer. This girl has an OnlyFans, and all you see on their Instagram is straight, you know, what they promote on they shit. Yeah, you see that shit on her story. So I'm like, wasn't Young Pharaoh just bashing bitches with OnlyFans and shit? Wasn't he just saying, telling females to stop degrading themselves on social media and act like you a queen and da-da-da-da-da? So why you got a girl with an OnlyFans in that private group message talking about some going on a party bus and lapping up and doing all this shit? And now we got to talk about the story from the couple's perspective of why they missed the events. So before all this, the girls in the group chat was hating on her because she valid, nigga. I'm not even going to, like, she looking right. So I guess, all right, so she tells me this. The females was basically hating on her because of how she looked, because they know Young Pharaoh's going to be more attracted to her. And they kept kicking her and then deleting her messages so Young Pharaoh couldn't address her messages because they missed the, some of the meet and greet, or they were supposed to miss some of the meet and greet and miss the party bus. And they was deleting them and her messages telling Young Pharaoh not to link, or telling Young Pharaoh that they were supposed to link up, and they was deleting her messages. Now, that situation with the party bus and him calling the nigga a faggot was that same period, and then they deleted that group chat and took him out of the group chat, and then took that girl, and then I guess whoever the moderators were in the group chat took the girl out that was in this group chat, and then she addressed to Young Pharaoh. She was like, Young Pharaoh, why'd you kick me out the group chat? She said, I don't know who it was. I'm going to add you back. He added her back. And then that's when he's talking about all this shit. But I don't got the screenshots for that. But I can damn well sure ask for him if anybody got a question and anybody can address me on this shit. Nigga, I put this shit on God. I put this on my higher self. Whatever the fuck y'all want to believe. Nigga, I don't lie on nobody's name. Nigga, I don't throw dirt on nobody's name. And then, nigga, if I'm lying, nigga, this nigga can address me. And I'll let this be an apology, nigga. Because I'm about to expose you with these messages. And here y'all go. I'm about to put these in right now. And let me add this in before I start adding shit at the end of this video, because I'm only edited through my phone, so don't judge me for this shit. But I'm finna be on some shit on this YouTube shit, just like all these woke niggas, because now I'm forced to do it because I had to portray myself on the internet to expose this nigga, which I really didn't want to do because I wanted to believe that this nigga was our true leader. But he can't be a leader if he's doing some sneaky shit behind the scenes. And he's using people's events to get money and bitches. He's basically just a regular nigga. But this is where I'm confused at with this nigga Young Pharaoh. Nigga, if you knew that the nigga was trying to, like, you knew he was trying to scam, and then you let that same nigga go into one of your lectures, and he's right there in your lectures, nigga. Why didn't you confront him right, nigga? Fuck all that not calling out people for their name, but you gotta press their ass out right there to why the fuck did you just try to tarnish my brand with this bullshit? You didn't do that, nigga. You just made that shit and then just tossed the whole shit aside like that shit didn't mean nothing, nigga. You got caught in your own scam, my nigga. And I caught your ass because I was peeping you the whole time, nigga. I was watching you, bro. And if you see, you will see me right there. Like, nigga, I'm making sure I get the read on your ass to make sure you ain't no fraudulent ass nigga trying to bring black people down or have a certain agenda, but you clearly do, and I don't know what the fuck it is, and you need to address this shit to me or just need to post a video, because these screenshots is going to explain this story for what it is. And if anybody got a question, nigga, you could hit me up. You just type in them, go in the comments and be like, yo, I want more details on the story. Nigga, I'll give y'all your phone number and you can call me, and I'll call all the people that was with me to explain this shit. And it wasn't even just me or the 6 people that pulled up. It was way more people that didn't just say fuck it and just let it go. I'm not letting it go because I see this nigga's an upcoming black leader, and I'm not letting people be deceived by any more black people, nigga. You gonna be a black leader, nigga. You gonna tell the truth, nigga. You righteous like you say, nigga. You gonna actually portray yourself to be righteous and not do sneaky shit like you the deep state, nigga. So yeah. So why the fuck you let that nigga go back in your fucking lecture? And why if you knew he tried to scam you, why would you let him in and do that shit? And then it's another question. If you bashing bitches about OnlyFans, why the fuck you got straight females in the group chat for the party bus telling them to lap up, doing all this shit, and then you got a bitch with an OnlyFans in there? And I know you wanted her ass because I seen her shit, nigga. Yeah, I know what you was looking at, boy. You not slick. You not slick. You clever. See, you a clever ass scammer though. You clever. I'm gonna give you your props on this one, cause nobody would have caught your ass if they wasn't paying attention. But you's a clever ass nigga. I see what you a genius at, nigga. You's a genius scammer, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? But yeah, I'm finna put these screenshots in right now, and y'all about to see.
Anybody that is in Washington or that came to Washington this weekend, today is Sunday, so that would be yesterday, Saturday. Okay, if you went to this venue and you were expecting me to be there and you were told certain things that were not true, I just want to let you know that they were not true. So I just want to clear the air right now, because I actually appreciate the amount of support that I get, because you're supposed to, you know, be grateful and show a lot of gratitude to people who are grateful and show you gratitude. So I would never ever allow an experience to take place and feel that I'm too important to explain myself, even if it's minor and it's something I can hurdle. So I'm giving you guys this explanation. There was an entity, I won't name drop right now because we want to be civilized and we want to be peaceful. But there was an entity who invited me to an event and told me that this event would be free, okay? Not just for me, but for anybody who wanted to hang with me, okay, or come with me. So as some of you may know, maybe like maybe like 15 or 20 of y'all, 10 to 20, something like that. Some of you may know, I let you guys know it's not my event, but I will be at this location if you guys just want to kick it with me on some after hours type of way. And we had like 2 to 3 after hour events. And the one that I'm talking about, if you're here, you know which one I'm talking about. But I don't want to bring any, you know, negativity, anybody's business who don't got anything to do with it. So I'm just not name dropping. But with that being said, as we all know, or as some of you should know, I had to get on the phone with, I don't know if it was the owner or whoever, the manager, but I did.
Alright, so let me tell y'all where this nigga is lying at, first of all. This nigga is lying like shit, my nigga. First of all, there wasn't even 20 people there. The reason why he addressed this whole situation is because of me, nigga. That same Sunday where he had this shit, I was on the phone with a bitch talking about how this nigga's a sellout, whatever. She said, nah, this nigga PHAROAH ain't that, da-da-da-da. Like, I'm gonna have all these screenshots. I'm gonna show y'all. And then I was on the phone with her, talking to her shit. She said, I'm gonna relay this message to PHAROAH. So she on the phone with me or whatever. She says, so how many people were there? I'm with the people that was with me when we know that we was about to get scammed. And we said 20 to 15, lying to see what would happen. Come this video, this nigga says the exact same fucking number that we said when we was in the fucking whip. I mean, when we was discussing him and how he scammed us and shit. Whole time it was only like probably 8 people that pulled up to the shit on time. And then this nigga's about to lie right here too, watch.
Jump on the phone with them and let them know that I was informed of circumstances that were not true. Apparently, whoever it was that invited me there was attempting to charge you guys, and not only charge you guys, but it was an event going on already where they was not expecting the amount or the capacity of people to be in the building at that time because it is COVID. So I basically got invited to a function where there was already a function going on underneath pretenses that were not aware of and did not agree to. So I got on the phone with that person and I had them come outside and tell whatever 10 or 15 of y'all that were waiting that that was a dub and that I wasn't going to put y'all through that or myself through that. And I actually spoke to some of y'all on the speakerphone while y'all was out there and told them to tell the others as well. But if you were not informed and you had no way of being informed that that was a dub, I'm just making this video now so that you can answer and you don't feel like you was just outside waiting for me for 20-30 minutes and I didn't show up. So that's basically what the
and nigga, and this shit's a whole lot because remind you, we was here an hour early before the whole shit happened. Young PHAROAH didn't even show up or nothing, my nigga, to address the situation because remind you, this shit was being hosted for him. So if he already knew this shit before this shit happened, why the fuck did he not address it on his Instagram locally instead of just posting it on this video, addressing it this same day? This nigga is a fucking liar, bro. So, bro, I'm about to piece this whole shit together, my nigga. Watch this.
Issue was a huge module of miscommunication, and now I'm just looking to correct that error of miscommunication by communicating with you here. And with that being said, y'all, I wanted to clear that up because I appreciate y'all, and I would never just dub y'all like that. And with that,
See, that's a whole lie because, nigga, he told everybody to go there and he was supposed to be there first so he could let people know that he's there, nigga. Remind you, I'm here an hour early because we missed both of the events because both of them were scam events. The first fucking event was for the one bitch he told us to go to, Joy or whatever. This bitch was charging niggas $15, and I didn't even know this until I seen the flyer like a day ago when I looked, and you supposed to text her for the fucking flyer to get the tickets or whatever. And remind you, we pulled up to that party, nobody was there, so that means that shit was a scam. So when this happened, we get the fucking shit early, and we see the nigga who was promoting the shit. We ask him, and then he gets the bouncer to come over, and the bouncer situates the situation with whoever was there first. He comes back, and he tells us it's 20 for females, 40 for males. So I was like, what the fuck? This nigga's lying like shit because the nigga that was promoting it told PHAROAH we only need about food and drinks. Now, when he addresses this shit, that same nigga is in that fucking lecture room still watching this shit. If this nigga be preaching all that shit about this righteousness shit and all this, why the fuck would he not post it on his fucking Instagram the day of when it happened to let everybody know? He only let the bitches know that was in the group chat and they wasn't even there at the shit. So he's a fucking liar, my nigga. Because I was there early as fuck and nobody else pulled up besides niggas, nigga. So this nigga's a fucking liar, bro.
All right, so now, since he posted it, this is the couple I was talking about that I was with, nigga. This shit, bro. These niggas, bro. I'm about to expose. Y'all about to see this shit. You can see her Instagram. Y'all niggas can see for y'all fucking self, my nigga. I'm not lying. And this concludes all the shit and all that. Boom.